Welcome to AHN Friday Night Rivals, presented by Rosedale Technical College. From beautiful Murraysville, it's week 6 of AHN Friday Night Rivals, presented by Rosedale Technical College. Tonight, it's a 5A non-conference clash as the Franklin Regional Panthers host the Fox Chapel Foxes. Hi again, everybody. Alongside former pro quarterback Kevin McCabe, I'm Darren Zaslow. Donnie Ray Blackwell is the third member of our team on the sidelines. Kevin, Fox Chapel has been in the news this week surrounding its proposal to the WPIAL, trying to create competitive balance in football. Fox's athletic director, Mike O'Brien, will join us shortly live to discuss it. And speaking of headlines, how about Fox Chapel's kicker, Haran Zurikat, the number 1 kicker in the nation? He's a Georgia commit who made a 54-yard field goal last week against Pine Richland to set the school record.
Yeah, anytime he's your player to watch as a kicker, you know he's special. Kicked the 54-yarder last week. Let's see if he can get the 60.
That's right. Franklin Regional, on the other hand, lost 16 seniors from last year's team, but back this year is Jet Taylor, the leading rusher.
Leading rusher, he's one of their top tacklers on defense. He's their bell cow. Look for him to have a big night tonight out of the backfield.
That brings us to the Cindy Cohen School of Driving. Keys of the game first for the 2-4 Foxes of Fox Chapel. They're 0-3 in the Northeast Conference. Foxes need to stop the run and get some big plays from quarterback Joey Geller. He needs to be Joe Cool, right?
Yeah. Let's make no mistake about it. Fox Chapel or Franklin Regional is going to want to run the ball, so that box for Fox Chapel is going to be loaded. Make sure you tackle and Joe Cool, Joey Geller. He's a quarterback. He's going to have the ball in his hands pretty much every play and makes him happen.
Franklin Regional is 0-6 on the year, 0-3 in the Big East Conference. They want to establish that run game and eliminate any schematical errors on defense.
Yeah, offensively, ground and pound, that's their calling card. Look for that tonight. And defensively, eliminate the misfits. They've had too many gash plays in the secondary. Just tidy that up.
Those are your keys to the game, brought to you by the Cindy Cohen School of Driving, driving by the best. When we come back, it's go time, plus Fox Chapel AD Mike O'Brien joins us live. That's next on 22 The Point. Rock and roll in Murraysville. Yeah, those Franklin Regional Panthers ready to go. And so are we here on 22 The Point as we welcome you back into the broadcast booth. Darren Zaslow, happy to be joined by Fox Chapel Athletic Director Mike O'Brien. Mike, thank you so much for being here. It has been a busy week, to say the least.
To say the least.
Well, let's get into it. So what's been making news around the WPIAL is your proposal to the WPIAL, right? Trying to reconstruct the classes based around competitive balance, geographic location, roster size.
Yes.
I think it's very interesting. And I am wondering why you believe that this is the correct solution at this time.
Well, we believe in creating parity across the league. This isn't just about Fox Chapel. It's about North Allegheny and Jeanette and Brentwood. and Springdale, and giving everybody an opportunity to keep football alive and well. And if you create parity and competitive balance, you're going to be able to have safer games. You're going to have more competitive games because, last week in the WPIL, I think it was week 5, so this is 6. Yeah, sure. We had almost half the games of 30 points or more.
Yeah.
That's not competitive balance. And that's why roster sizes are shrinking. That's why kids aren't going out for teams. They want to be part of something. They want to know that they have a chance to go in and compete each and every week. And that's all we're shooting for. We are trying to give the kids of Western Pennsylvania a better experience across the board, not just for the elite teams, but for the teams in the middle and the teams at the bottom.
This proposal was submitted on Tuesday. What does the timeline look like for this? And I know that there will need to be more eyeballs and a vote and so on and so forth, but what exactly, for those that see this out in the news, what does the timeline look like?
I really can't answer that question right now. I think there needs to be a lot of discussion. That's the point here. We put this out there because we wanted to have a meaningful discussion with other athletic administrators, coaches, the WPIL obviously, and other school districts, to figure out what's the best path forward. It doesn't have to be this proposal. It could be anything different. It really doesn't matter, just as long as we can try to create that parity.
Absolutely. Game time here in Murraysville. Fox Chapel going to get the ball to start the contest. And we are underway here in Murraysville on the return here for Fox Chapel. This is Nathan Johnson along the near sideline. Gets cut down right across the 25. So, Mike, scheduling of opponents, how exactly would that work? And, of course, implementing the Harbin computer point system where teams play to win points. Is that correct?
That's correct. So the Harbin point system, it's actually the modified Harbin point system, and it's been being used in Ohio for years and years. It's used out in St. Louis. One of our former coaches actually is out there, and he was telling me all about the proposal that we put forth. They're using it right now.
It's very interesting. And again, it would change the way that teams compete, right? Schedule. And then the other districts across Pennsylvania, 12 of them, and the state playoffs. How would this proposal impact other high schools outside of the WPIAL?
So it really wouldn't. So the WPIAL, everybody would be in a section. That wouldn't change. Somebody could still win their section title. The only difference is now is you're playing for points. So Class A, single A through 6A, you're competing to get the most points that you possibly can get through head-to-head competition, through going back to second level. So if you lose a game and your opponent, you get their second and third level points, and that's what's going to bracket you into the WPIL playoffs as you normally would know it. And it would take all the guesswork out and everybody's opinion about who's the better team. And if you look back to what happened to Upper St. Clair a few years back when they were 8-2 and they weren't at the top of their section, they missed the playoffs. And a team that was, I can't remember the exact, but it was 3-8 that did make the playoffs. And that's really not what you want. You want your best teams going forward, and the ADs and the coaches will have a little bit more control of their schedule to be able to garner a really good schedule to meet their team's needs where they currently are. Because again, we are interscholastic athletics. That's what we're about here. So in the classroom, we're always meeting kids where they're at, if they need help or if they need challenged. And the same thing should be happening here in football. Because again, 17% drop since 2006 in high school kids playing football. And you see that now with teams like Shadyside Academy and Springdale having to cancel games because of it.
Speaking of moving forward, that's exactly what Fox Chapel doing on their first possession with Nathan Johnson. Gets the first down pickup. They'll pick up one there on the rush. Mike, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy week. We really appreciate it. Your goal was to get the conversation started. The conversation has started, and we wish you the best.
Thank you so very much. I really appreciate the opportunity, guys.
Of course. Thanks you.
Again.
Absolutely. Fox Chapel's AD, Mike O'Brien, joining us here live in the broadcast booth. Here on the Fox's first possession, 2nd and 9 for this Fox Chapel team, bringing in a record of 2-4 overall, 0-3 in the 5A Northeast Conference, Franklin Regional, 0-6, and 0-3 in the 5A Big East Conference. So this is a non-conference clash between two teams as we welcome back in Kevin McCabe, who are both in dire need of a win, safe to say. Geller facing some pressure, and down he goes. Lachlan Bresnahan, who entered play with 25 tackles on the season, picks up the sack.
A good play there by Lachlan. But yeah, both teams, Darren, as we were talking about, Franklin Regional kind of getting better as the season goes along. Had a really tough stretch early on in the schedule, playing a lot of young guys. What Coach Getze was telling us earlier, and they're really kind of finding their form right now. Played a really tough game last week, lost 14-7. On the flip side, Fox Chapel have 2 wins this year. I think they said the senior class has 2 wins in 3 years. So these are the 2 wins that they have over the last 3 years. So this would be big. Anything that they get, I know you just had Coach Mr. O'Brien on here talking. Great interview there, great opportunity to get him to speak and use the platform. But regardless, any success that they have is going to continue in a positive way. So, big for both of these clubs right now.
Nathan Johnson going nowhere on the screen pass. That's right, Kevin. Fox Chapel last year, 2-7. 2023, 0-10. 2022, 0-10. They went 5-7 in 2021, beating Upper St. Clair in the first round of the 5A Whitfield playoffs, 13-10. So can Fox Chapel eventually rebuild its program to get back to those winning ways just 4 years ago? Haran Zuricat, we talked about him in the open. Georgia commit can also punt and puts that one into the end zone. One of the best punts looking in the sky that you'll see all year.
I think everybody just had a collective wow sigh and a gasp there.
Is it that easy?
I think even the returner, Jay Meir, was just sitting back there looking at it and being like, wow, that's a thing to look at him. I mean, he went over his head. He knew that it was going in the end zone, but
not a whole lot you can do. Like you mentioned, Kevin, Fox Chapel lost last week to Pine Richland 63-3. They've beaten Baldwin and Knock this year. Their losses to Alderdice, Penn Hills, and North Hills. Franklin Regional lost to Kiski area 14-7 a week ago. Their past 3 games that they've all lost have been decided each by 1 score. They've also lost to Plum, Hempfield, Upper St. Clair, Latrobe, and Gateway. First carry of the game, Jet Taylor, great name. He's tracked down immediately in the backfield. That's Aiden Elwood, the senior, on the stop for Fox Chapel.
Yeah, Franklin Regional, one of our keys to the game was their run game is something that they anchor behind their offense, especially with this young quarterback, Dom Davola, that they're ushering in. The run game, whether it's through Jet Taylor or design runs through Dom Davola. We'll see a lot of that tonight.
Both teams that love to run the football, that's for sure. This is Dom Davola. He has all day, going to hurl it deep over the middle and overshoots Tyrone Leonard, the 5'8 junior with elite speed. Let's take a look at your AHN Sports Medicine starting lineups. AHN Sports Medicine knows that no 2 athletes are alike, which is why they always deliver personalized plans. Call 412 Doctors, book an appointment, and go next level with AHN Sports Medicine. Kevin, I like that play design, but he just overthrew Tyrone Leonard.
Yeah, that's a crafty little play action from the gun. I like the action from the quarterback there, really sold it, and they were able to get over the defense. And it's his first throw of the game. Sometimes you just got to air it out and get it out of your system, come back and live to fight another play.
Here's 3rd and 12 for Davola again. Can drink a cup of coffee, but down he goes! A gigantic hit from Thomas Billings, who puts Davola on the turf.
And we all felt that from here. We could kind of see that coming in real time. And Thomas Billings was setting the edge, and as Dom Davola was stepping up in the pocket, was collapsing on him, did a great job of pursuing the carrier and just made a big stick right there to get this ball back for the Foxes.
It's his 2nd sack of the year for Thomas Billings. Absolutely incredible job to record the sack. Bobbled punt. They just get it away. Does Mascara. It'll angle here towards the near sideline. It takes a nice Franklin Regional bounce, and it'll be down at the Fox Chapel 36. That's where the Foxes will pick up when we come back. No score here in Murraysville on 22 The Point. Back here in Murraysville, lots of college football action coming up tomorrow on Pittsburgh's Fox 53. At noon, Wisconsin travels to take on Michigan. That's followed by Colorado and TCU tomorrow night at 7:30. A beautiful night here in Western Pennsylvania for high school football. Darren Zaslow, Kevin McCabe, Donnie Ray Blackwell, glad to have you along. No score here just about midway through our opening quarter. Last time these two teams met, go back to literally a year ago, October 4th of 2024. Franklin Regional rolled the Foxes 51-14. But Kevin, Fox Chapel with a really, really nice start defensively to open the game.
Yeah, offensively, they got a few first downs on that last drive, too. So playing maybe a little bit inspired this week.
This is Gianni Fusaro with a burst. Look at Gianni go. Picks up the first down. Green in front for G. How do you like Gianni Fusaro? 64 yards, and the Foxes make a statement.
How about that for motivation? First play on the second drive. We see the pitch here from Gianni. And look at this cutback that he hits right here. Coach Leisure was talking about him all week. He's a sophomore. He called him one of the best athletes that you'll see in a few years in the Whitfield. And he showed his speed in the open field right there to run away.
What a tremendous play from Gianni Fusaro. 5'9" sophomore, also a baseball player, hitting a home run, if you will, here in the first to get the Foxes on the board. Haran Zuricat on for the PAT, the Georgia commit, an Under Armour Next All-American honoree. Looking to boot it through to give the Foxes a 7-0 lead. He kicks that one back to Fox Chapel to give the Foxes a touchdown advantage. Take another look, Kevin. My goodness, Gianni Fusaro. Wow.
Yeah, that was great vision right here. I'm sure we'll see on the replay. This was a toss action. They had a counter going to the right, and you saw a cutback lane. Great job getting his eyes back upfield once he got to that second level, and you see that breakaway speed putting the Foxes on the board. I like what I've seen from them, especially in light of what's happened this week. You know, Darren, sometimes maybe that can cultivate and galvanize a team when you're in light of that type of scrutiny and all that attention. What happens in that locker room between those players and the coaches, right? You know, it can either kind of make you go one or two ways. And it's exciting to see the way that they're kind of coming together playing so far this week. There's a lot of good pep right now.
A win tonight, Kevin, like you mentioned, for Fox Chapel would give them their most wins in 4 years. If you don't think that that means a lot to this community, you could think again. Taking a look here at your scoring drive summary, it's brought to you by Rosedale Technical College. Rosedale Technical College, transforming trades education for over 75 years. Learn more at rosedaletech.edu. Zuricat able to boot the kickoff, brought to you by Medicare Specialists of Pittsburgh. Medicare Specialists of Pittsburgh. Medicare made easy into the end zone, a touchback, and that is where Franklin Regional will take over. Kevin, when you look at this Panthers offense, we talked about it in the open. They love to run the football, but the issue is for Franklin Regional is just scoring points this year. They average 13 points per game. It's the second worst in 5A to Baldwin's 7. So, again, it's been a scoring points issue, but there is talent on this team, safe to say.
They're a well-coached team. Coach Getsy knows how to put together a team. He knows how to run an offense. They're just ushering in some younger guys. Patience.
Franklin Regional, that's exactly right. Franklin Regional going back to the ground with Jet Taylor, has 2 100-plus yard rushing games this year to his name. 491 total yards and 4 touchdowns. He also has 8 catches for 78 yards. Just try and find a way to get Jet the football is what it looks like.
Fraction. Yeah, I mean, he's your bell cow, right? Jet is, he's a junior, leading rusher. I know they're without Jones Lane tonight, right? So he's going to be the bell cow. We'll also see a heavy dose of Dom DeVola. They call a lot of quarterback runs from him. He's comfortable scrambling in the pocket. I think, as a young quarterback, to me, getting some passes under your belt is just a vote of confidence for himself. So whether they get him on the move, sprinting the pocket, boot game, but sometimes young quarterbacks have a comfortable time operating from the pocket. So getting him going tonight, I think, will be big for their offense.
And get Jet Taylor downhill, who continues churning those feet. And he picks up a first down. It's brought to you by Gannon University. Over 100 different degrees, 57 undergraduate programs, and more. Visit gannon.edu to learn more.
Tough carry. He's a one-cut runner, puts his foot in the ground, follows his blocks, runs behind his pads. He's tough to bring down. That's one of our keys of the game tonight was Fox Chapel was rally to the ball, stop the run. They're going to need to do that tonight.
Lance Getsy in his 5th year at the helm of Franklin Regional saying Taylor has big-time speed. You know who else does as well? Tyrone Leonard reversing field. Look at Tyrone Leonard go with Green in front. Flag thrown behind the play. Tyrone Leonard, will it be a 68-yard touchdown or is it coming back? And it looks like it's coming back.
Yeah, you know what? We had a good view of it as we saw him reverse field. The backside corner was in really good position for that backside force if something were to happen. So he was in position and he was coming in to make the tackle. We see here on replay. You'll see it come into your vision right about now. Right?
Personal foul. Illegal blindside block on the offense. It's a 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Still first down.
That's Nick Fleming wearing the white hat as tonight's head official.
You love seeing your receiver, Jameer Austin, try to get a block for your guy that he's making a play. You just got to try harder to get your hat in front of him, right? As you can see here, I mean, look, he's falling forward. You got to try hard to get in front of him, get in his way. But, you know, anytime that the refs see the push from behind, it's an easy call.
For sure. Under 5 minutes to go here in our opening quarter. Fox Chapel 7, Franklin Regional nothing. Panthers have been battling in each of their last 3 games. They fell by 1 score. Can they reverse that script tonight? Davola getting rid of it quickly. Has a man, it's caught Austin McClure, the senior, but Fox Chapel rallies to him. The Franklin Regional faithful wanting a maybe late hit out of bounds by Sam Resick. I don't think they're going to get it on 1st and 28.
Wow, that penalty really set him back, 1st and 28.
Get all of your overnight sports news, information, and opinion each morning with Tim Benz of the Pittsburgh Tribune Review at Breakfast with Benz, Monday through Friday. Visit triblive.com. 2nd and 23 after a 5-yard pickup on first down. Ball marked at the Franklin Regional 18. Dom Davola, sophomore quarterback. The signal caller this year, 43 of 95 for 476 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions. Also has a rushing score. Kevin Davola can get the job done on the ground, too. 237 rushing yards and a score as well with his legs. We haven't seen him take off at all tonight. It has been the Jet Taylor show.
Yeah, so far they've kept him limited in the ground game, except on the one scramble that he was ready to get upfield, and Thomas Billingsley thought otherwise. But so far right now, yeah, it's been the Jet Taylor show, and now it's 3rd and long, and the last thing you want to do is have a young quarterback maybe force something down the middle of the field. So look for them to maybe be conservative here with a screen, a draw.
3rd and 23. Davola again with plenty of time, extends the play and overshoots his intended receiver. That was Jet Taylor. He was open, but just overthrew him by a yard or 2. You like the play call, though, there, Kevin?
I do. You know what? Being aggressive.
And you know what? We saw Davola throwing in warm-ups today. I think he throws a nice ball.
I think he is, too. You know what? As a sophomore. But it's just sometimes it's hard to mimic. You can't have the 7-on-7 reps don't mimic what it's like once you put the offensive line and you have the action around you in the pocket. So, you know, as a young guy, you'll see him kind of scrambling around the pocket, trying to make plays outside of it. It just takes time for those guys to be comfortable operating in that scenario.
Mascara gets the kick away. Fox Chapel will take over in Panther territory when we come back. 7-0 Fox Chapel on top of Franklin Regional right here on 22 The Point.
What does that mean, though?
What'd you say? 1 minute. Just 1 minute. How much time you got, Jeff? Coming back? I wasn't up there. Do we have any clue what's going on? 7-0 Fox Chapel here on 22 The Point. Here's the third member of our team on the sidelines, Donnie Ray Blackwell.
Thanks so much, Darren. We are seeing a rebuild here for this Franklin Regional team. After losing a total of 16 seniors just last year who were 3-year starters for this program, it's starting to show on their record as they came into tonight's game, being 0-6. But despite the record, Coach Getsy is still proud of this team, being that only a minimum of them have Friday night experience. He told me earlier this week it's been hard to emulate the speed and intensity of this 5A conference in practice, but despite the record, again, this team comes in each and every Friday and fights for a win, even having some of their losses being lost with a close score. Back to you, Darren.
Tony, yeah, thank you so much. Kevin, Lance Getsy, look, I mean, the Getsy name, yes, is synonymous with football. We know his brother Luke is now an assistant for Green Bay, was the offensive coordinator last year for the Raiders, year before for the Bears. I mean, again, football and Getsy synonymous over here in the Franklin Regional and Murraysville area. He's going to get it together, and specifically, they're really relying this year on that offensive line. They love to run the football. They said they've been consistent. That's your staple. Can you build around it? I think that's the big question.
Yeah, that's what they've been. That's what they're known for, and that's the anchor. And they have the most experience up front, so that's been getting them through this kind of growing period right now. But there's a lot of young talent on there. And we see glimpses of it. It'll come. You just have to be patient.
Speaking of anchors, that's what Max Maloki is to this Fox Chapel team. He's a Carnegie Mellon football commit, an offer he picked up on June 30th. Picks up the first down right there. Kevin, he's the Fox's leading receiver. 343 yards, 3 receiving scores, and 3 rushing scores for the Max attack.
Yeah, he's quite the weapon. He's very multiple, right? Modern day H-back type of body, 6'3", 215. He moves really well, can run or can block in the run game. Great route runner, one of their top defensive players, and overall just really good football player.
Fox Chapel finding some rhythm here on offense. 3rd and 1. There goes Fusaro, and he is able to fall forward near the sticks, and that's going to be another first down, and it's brought to you by Gannon University. The Foxes looking smooth here to start the game.
They really are. All 3 of their drives, they've had positive plays, multiple first downs, and you like what you're seeing right now up front. I wouldn't be surprised here. Taking some shots down the field. We've seen a little bit more of that over the last few weeks. It seems that this pass game, they have some young receivers that they're ushering in and getting more experience. They have some speed on the outside, and they know this Franklin Regional defense secondary is susceptible.
They're taking advantage, that's for sure. Nathan Johnson, the senior, goes in motion. Snap to Joe Cool. Geller going to let it go deep down the far sideline, and it's incomplete. Just overshot Nathan Johnson. He's also a lacrosse player, smart kid, 3.8 GPA, and he's got some wheels.
He is. He's another versatile guy to line up in the backfield. He's one of their leading receivers as well, just over his fingertips on that wheel route. But we were talking to Coach Getsy and just kind of following along on their season. It seems that their secondary, Darren, has been kind of their Achilles heel this year. They just got Matt Moore back tonight, who is a junior. He's their quarterback of their secondary, so I know that he'll be big and kind of help thwart some of those big plays.
2nd and 10 here for the Foxes from the Franklin Regional 34. Under 30 seconds to go in our opening quarter. Foxes again trying to find some rhythm here. This is Nathan Johnson with a hole. and able to find a few more yards across the 30 to bring up 3rd and manageable. And a flag thrown as well near the line of scrimmage. They've been creative with their formations.
Okay. During the run, holding. Offense number 18. 10-yard penalty. Still second out.
It's on Thomas Billings, the 6'5" senior.
Yeah, I mean, I think when you're looking for answers, you'll try anything out. So they have a plethora of running backs that they have in the backfield. They don't just have one guy that's their bell cow. We talked about a Joey Geller. I mean, he is their leading rusher. He has a bigger body. He's a senior. But I think they're just trying guys out right now in different positions to kind of, especially some of these younger guys, to see what roles they can take.
Final seconds of the first quarter winding down. Fox Chapel content with a 7-0 lead, courtesy of Gianni Fusaro's 64-yard touchdown run. Through 1 here in Murrysville. Fox Chapel 7, Franklin Regional 0 on 22 The Point. Seven 0 Fox Chapel after 1. Fox is looking for their 3rd win, something they haven't done in 4 years. Franklin Regional looking for its 1st win of the season. 2nd and 20 here for the Foxes from the Panther 44. Out wide it goes, and Nathan Johnson gets clocked by Jameer Austin. His name is Austin Island, and that was a hard hit.
Ooh, yeah, he laid the wood on him there. Throw just got a little bit out in front of Joey here. You see Jameer, who was driving on that out route. He had good eyes. You see his ability to break on the ball. Great ball skills, and you see the thunder right there that he lays. That's why he's a big-time recruit.
That's exactly right. Has 8 Division I offers, Kevin, including Purdue, Cal, Ohio, and Dartmouth. He runs a 4.47 40-yard dash, is an all-conference honoree. And head coach Lance Getzy saying Jameer Austin's skill level, sky high.
Yeah, he definitely has all of the measurables. Putting it on the field and making it come together is the final piece of that puzzle.
Joey Geller just going to take it himself to the 40. Here's my question. Do you bring on Haran Zuricat? It looks like they're going to punt. I was going to say, the Whippeal record, no, they want to go for the Whippeal record. Let's go.
Let's go.
Haran Zuricat made a 54-yard field goal last week against Pine Richland to set the Fox Chapel school record. This from 57 for the Whippeal record. Think he can do it?
Dial up Kirby. Let's see.
Haran Zuricat, the #1 kicker in the nation, a Georgia commit from 57.
Oh, that has the leg.
Whippeal record for Haran Zuricat.
That had room to go another 10. Holy mackerel.
Haran is pure from 57.
No wonder he's going to kick down there in Athens. We're going to see his name maybe on Sundays here if he keeps kicking like that. That's incredible. I mean, that had leg for another 10.
I asked him before the game and said, do you think you could set the Whippeal record tonight? He said yes. He just did it.
Dialed in. #1 recruit in the country. Look at this. Oh
Pure.
Just
would have been good from 60.
Me on the golf course today.
That is a Whippeal record from Haran Zuricat.
That is incredible.
I don't have words.
No. There you go.
Unbelievable.
That's why he's our player to watch.
And well deserved. 10-0 Fox Chapel off the Whippeal record field goal kick from 57 yards away from Georgia's own Haran Zuricat. And he almost just kicked it through the field goal again.
He just did.
He's putting on a show. It's Haran's world. We're just living in it.
Oh my gosh.
What can you say?
Do you look like that when you're on the tee?
I would say
pure?
I would
Is it
say
pured?
I would say definitely maybe.
Definitely maybe. Wow.
I don't have words.
I mean, we talk about this each week. What is it about the kickers in the Whippeal that we've seen over the last few years, right? It's not, I mean, we're not even seeing 40-yard field goals. We're seeing multiple attempts at 50, and now he just kicked a 57-yarder.
We are Kicker U in Western Pennsylvania. Can you agree? It's a kicking factory now.
Never would have thought that 20 years ago, 30 years ago.
But it's so great for the game. Jet Taylor dragged down, minimal game. Fox Chapel has come out with a renewed energy tonight.
They absolutely have. We were talking about this earlier. Whatever's happening right now with the Fox Chapel team outside, inside the locker rooms, they're banding together. And Coach Leisure talked about that earlier this week, that they're sticking together, especially by the senior group. It's a very proud group. He believes in that leadership. They've been through a lot. And you love to see, through the face of adversity, these kids stand up and believe in one another and play for one another.
Well, can Franklin Regional stand up right now? Fox Chapel's run defense has been really, really strong. And again, Kevin, you mentioned this senior class. Guys like Aiden Elwood, Thomas Billings, Joey Geller, these guys that are doing the dirty work that head coach David Leisure was praising and said, you know what? This is part of the reason I love this job, is coaching kids like that who are, in a word, gritty.
Yes, and you know, whenever you lose that much over the course of your career, right, there's some attrition that can happen there. And you love to see the fact that they've stuck with it, right? The coaches understand the challenge of playing football and getting your teeth kicked in and week out, but they've taken it personal. They're not quitting on their team. They still have a shot to make a run here. Conference play is coming. You know, they're in the thick of it right now and getting some momentum. 3 wins for them could be huge, and who knows what that's going to do to set this program forward.
Davola finds Caden Farrell for the Franklin Regional first down as the Panthers start to begin to find a rhythm on offense. They're going to pitch it out wide to Jet Taylor. Tries to turn the edge, cuts up across the 40, up to the 45. Is this the spark that the Panthers needed, Kevin?
Yeah, now they're getting a move, and they just hit a screen before that for a first down. Now they're running their toss game, getting the edge blocked. You see right there, I think Max thought that he was getting a hold. May have got away with one right there from Franklin Regional, but doing a good job getting them moving and positive yards on first down.
Pickup of 8 2nd and 2 here for the Panthers. Jet Taylor and company is finding some rhythm here offensively. We'll see if it'll result in a score here for Franklin Regional. Davola faking the give, going to extend the play himself and take off. Look at Dom, the Dominator, deep in the Fox Chapel territory. It's a Gannon University first down as Davola slow to get up.
That was some quarterback-on-quarterback crime right there from Joey Geller. He had a big thump as Dom went out of bounds. See him holding his left wrist. You hope he's okay.
Davola slow to get up along that far sideline, and we will be right back. 10-0 Fox Chapel on top of Franklin Regional here on 22 The Point. Some big-time college football action coming up this weekend on 22 The Point and Fox 53. Tomorrow on 22 The Point, 1 o'clock kickoff, Wake Forest and Virginia Tech. And also tomorrow at noon over on Fox 53, it's Wisconsin traveling to take on Michigan. Kickoff for that one at noon. Some big-time college football action. Dom Davola on his feet, the quarterback for Franklin Regional, getting hit hard along the far sideline after a 24-yard pickup. And Kevin, that is good to see him being able to walk off after a hard hit.
Yeah, don't know what was ailing him. It looks like it's something with his left arm. I don't know if it's his wrist, whatever it was. You hope he's okay. It was a big play right there to turn the field. He's a tough kid. You watch him on film, hear from coaches. May only be a sophomore, but he's not afraid to put his face in the fan, take some licks. Big part of their run game. We'll see how they adjust now with this new quarterback.
So into the game here for Franklin Regional. It's going to be Jake Pucka, a 5'10 sophomore, with a big opportunity, 1st and 10 for Franklin Regional from the Fox Chapel 31.
A little bit of trickeration from the defensive front right now at from Fox Chapel.
Whistle and a timeout taken by the Panthers.
Sorry about that, Darren. They move around a lot. Coach was telling us earlier they do a lot of shifting with their defensive line, a lot of confusion in the secondary with what coverages they're showing. And they definitely threw Franklin Regional off there on the beat.
Mark your calendars. Gannon University's Fall Open House is Saturday, October 18th. Meet their inspiring faculty experts, explore more than 100 academic programs, and tour their vibrant campus in downtown Erie. You'll also connect with Gannon students to hear firsthand what it's like to really be a Gannon Golden Knight. Register today, gannon.edu/open house. What a game so far. Fox Chapel kicker Haran Zurikat setting a WPIAL record, a 57-yard field goal. And for those that are wondering, well, hey, can Haran maybe set the state record? It's a 64-yard kick by Jerry McGroarty of Bishop Hoban in 2003, a record that has withstood for 22 years. Who knows, Kevin? I think that kick would have been good from 60 at least.
He proved it on the kickoff when he kicked it through the upright.
Don't you think?
Yeah, no, that had extra juice, and he kicked it with that low trajectory too. Like you said, he peered it, man. I mean, that was a thing of beauty, and wow, that's an amazing weapon that you have. You're at the 40, and you're in scoring range.
That's why he is a game changer.
Yes. Absolutely.
Incredible. 2nd and 6 here for the Panthers with Pucka at quarterback. They're going to go back to Jet Taylor, trying to get to the edge, and he is ripped down. Nathan Johnson. Kid can run. We've seen that tonight. He can also tackle you in the backfield.
Yeah, he did a great job of filling a gap, shooting a lane right there from the secondary. You see him low coming like a missile, doing a great job of taking his pins out. He's a heck of a ball player. Really like to see this inspired play from Fox Chapel tonight.
3rd and 6 here for Franklin Regional. An offense averaging 13 points per game, the 2nd worst in all of 5A. Going to be even tougher, potentially, with a backup quarterback here in at the game. Pucka in the shotgun formation. And they're going to go fake the give over the middle. Another catch. Caden Farrell, the sophomore. He's a member of the wrestling team. He's got some nice hands, does Mr. Farrell.
How about that for your first throw on the night, coming in cold. Did a great job on that play action fake right here, getting his feet turned around. Does a good job, and Caden Farrell does a good job making the first guy miss, making this a manageable 4th and short.
Right at the sticks, 4th and 1.
Looks like they're going to keep their offense out. Getting a call from the sidelines right now. You got Jet Taylor in the game right now. I have a
Put the ball
this is going to go to his hands. Yeah.
Fox Chapel putting a lot of men on the line. They go to Taylor, and Taylor has nowhere to go. The ball is out. Who has it? The Foxes have it. It's Max Maloki coming back the other way. Makes a man miss. Max Maloki inside the 15. The Foxes are making a statement in Murraysville. It's a 55-yard scoop and return for the Carnegie Mellon commit.
Wow, you see on the exchange right there, looked like Jake just didn't, I don't know if it was an RPO read or not, but he was a little indecisive on the mesh point. And then Max being opportunistic and trying to scoop and score. You see Jake coming from behind on the hustle play to save that touchdown.
Pucka just saved the touchdown is right. Can Fox Chapel cash it in from the 15? They already tonight have a big touchdown run from Gianni Fusaro, 64-yard scamper, a 57-yard field goal from Zuricat, and they're looking to add on more right here in the red zone. Geller give to Fusaro and able to stumble forward here for a few.
Darren, we're seeing a lot more of their traditional run game than we've seen in the past. I think that's something, it's a new flavor that we've seen from the Foxes this week.
Looking for the best high school football highlights and analysis, the Whitfield Insider Recap Show hosted by Carlo Zofko airs Sunday nights at 11 on 22 The Point. Give them a follow on X at Whitfield_Insider. They're getting creative, and I like to see that.
Well, I think that they're adding layers to their offense. Early on, we saw some of the games that we watched was very, it was just a lot more basic. They had a lot of young guys playing, so trying to feel themselves out, but they look like they do have a lot more balance. They can attack you from multiple ways.
Fusaro has nowhere to go. Franklin Regional all over it. It's Evan McManus, the 5'9" junior.
Let's see here, Franklin Regional shooting the gap. This is an unblocked man over that left guard. Great job. This is when the Franklin Regional defense needs to stick up. Their offense had a drive going, and they lost their quarterback in a big swing. They're down 10-0 right now. You need your defense to step up and help your offense out.
It's a loss of 6, 3rd and 14. For this Fox Chapel team, averaging 17 points per game. They would love some more right here. Geller out of the pistol set, they'll load it off to the right side of the formation. And someone jumped there on the line. As the flag flies in, here's Nick Fleming.
False start. Offense, number 56. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
It's on Jeremy Nato, the senior.
Alex going to back him up. I know they're comfortable right now being in field goal range, right from the 24. But I tell you what, like what I've seen from the Foxes. Few mental mistakes so far tonight. They played a clean game. I don't know, you're playing with house money right now. Take a shot downfield, see if you can extend this drive. You know you're in field goal range. You don't want to take a sack.
3rd and 19. Here for the Foxes. From the Panther 24. Here's Geller stepping up. Has all day. Puts it up. And it's caught for the Foxes just shy of the first down marker. Thomas Billings able to haul it in. And now it's decision time for the Foxes.
Yeah, Joey Geller just escaping the pocket right there, getting his eyes down the field on the scramble drill. Typically your receivers that are short go long. The long receivers come back. Billingsley did a great job of getting his eyes downfield, finding the soft spot in that zone, and Geller found him to make this a 4th and short now.
Pickup of 17, Geller to Billings. 4th and 2 from the Panther 12. And maybe Fox Chapel wants to talk this one over. What do you think?
We were winding down on the play clock to 10. I think they try to milk this down, run some clock off.
Strategic.
Yeah, man. Situational football.
Talk about it. That's what Fox Chapel wants to do. 2:49 to go here in the opening half, and what has been a splash play first half.
It really has, and now 2:49 left. Fox Chapel got the ball to start the game, so Franklin Regional will get the ball back. But we'll see if they can add one more here. If they don't get it, you pin them down. You make Franklin Regional go the distance of the field, and they have a young quarterback too, right? So, Frank, if you're Fox Chapel right now, you like the position that you're in. Your defense is playing great. If you don't get it, hey, you know what? They're backed up. Maybe we bring pressure, force a 3 and out, have another shot at the of scoring before the half.
4th and 2 from the 12. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting decision time for head coach Dave Lazier for his Foxes. What's your play call?
Well, I'll tell you what. I mean, they ran the ball through a variety of different ways tonight. I think Joey Geller's going to have his say in this, whether it's through a play action. I could see maybe some type of play action with 41 max in the flat.
Maybe look for Thomas Billings at 6'5", a big target. Just hauled in the previous pass. What does Joey Geller want to do? Joe Cool calling the shots. He's going to fake the pitch, take it himself, rumble forward, continues to churn. Look at Joey Geller.
Oh, ball.
Did he lose the football before crossing the plane?
Oh, they got it.
And Franklin Regional has it at the goal line.
Wow.
Are you kidding me? Lachlan Bresnahan comes out of the pile, and that may be a game-changing play.
That was. It looked like he was moving the pile, and he had a shot to get in the end zone. And his Franklin Regional defenders were just chopping away at the ball as he was being held up. Lachlan was the one that held him up and stripped it at the same time. Look at that. See, he has good ball security. He has 2 hands around it. But it looks like he just lost it from his grasp.
The name's Lachlan Bresnahan. He's a member of the track and field team as well. Entered play with 25 tackles. Maybe none bigger than that one.
No. Right time, right situation right there. But now they're coming out of their own end zone. See if they can get a first down and get some breathing room.
Almost a Panther tush push, if you will, just to get that breathing room, like you mentioned, Kevin. Wow.
Yeah. If nothing else, even if the Franklin Regional offense get a first down, get some breathing room for your special teams to punt this. If you don't have the ambition to go for it with a young quarterback, but just try to get some more yardage. But you have to feel good right there. Franklin Regional's defense stepping up, making a play. Man, big turning point.
It's a pickup of 1, a whistle, and a timeout. At 1:59, and Fox Chapel wants to talk it over. 10-0 the Foxes on top.
Interesting that they left that much time run off the clock. I know that they wanted to get the right play call on defense. Franklin Regional looked like they were in some wildcat look. Fox Chapel didn't like the defense they had called up, but they did let 30 seconds, 25 seconds go off the clock right there.
Number 2.
It's the school bus stop of the game coming up tonight in the fourth quarter. We'll send things down to the third member of our team, Donnie Ray Blackwell.
All right, Darren, we just witnessed something amazing as Haran Zuricat just broke the WPIAL record with his 57-yarder field goal. Coach Lazier told me earlier this week, not too many kids come to Fox Chapel, so when he heard that he was transferring from Shadyside to Fox Chapel, he didn't think too much of it until he received a call from Penn State about a month later asking could they speak with the kicker. Haran Zuricat is a Georgia commit and the nation's best kicker, and like I said earlier, we got to just witness that. And Georgia has definitely found their next dog. Coach also mentioned how he's comfortable putting Haran at the 60-yard line. All he would need is a thumbs up. So the night is still young for him to break the record once again. Congratulations to Haran. Back to you, Darren.
Yeah, Donnie, thank you so much. I mean, look, Cole's kicking camp has done a lot, of course, to give him that well-deserved exposure. Jameer Austin with a nice pickup here for Franklin Regional. Just such an amazing story is Haran Zuricat. And started playing soccer at Shadyside Academy, ends up transferring after 2 years to Fox Chapel. Went 5 of 6 on field goal attempts his sophomore year. Went 5 of 9 last year with a long of 54 and adds 13 yards onto that this year. His parents were born in Jordan as well. Just an amazing, amazing story. Here's the South Hills Dental Arts Smile Cam. It's definitely something to smile about. 4 easily accessible offices in Upper St. Clair, Crafton, Sewickley, and McMurray. South Hills Dental Arts, putting quality dental care right in your neighborhood. Learn more at southhillsdentalarts.com. Yeah, lots to smile about on a night like this.
Love to see the youth pep squad out tonight.
You know, and the other thing, too, is when Haran gets this offer from the University of Georgia, he has to perform in a kicking contest, if you will, to earn this scholarship on the campus of the University of Georgia in front of, oh, by the way, Kirby Smart.
Bright lights.
Who offered him on the spot.
You know, we were talking about this earlier, there's no other position in football where it's like
an audition.
An audition, right? Yeah, that's the best way to put it. And it's like, hey, we want to see what you have. Here's the field, left hash, right hash. What do you have?
You know, Georgia had 30 kickers. They narrowed it down to 4, and Haran ends up winning that kicking battle, which is incredible. Incomplete pass here thrown there from Pucka, and a flag thrown behind the play.
Pucka making some big throws. That last slant that he hit to get them some breathing room out of their end zone. You'd like to see that from the young quarterback. Big time throw.
Holding. Offense number 70. 10-yard penalty. Still first down.
Holding on Ronald Shull.
Yeah. I don't know. That last play call kind of looked like they were trying to take some shots downfield with the young guy, getting some confidence with his first completion or second completion. But right there, he's realizing how big the high school football field is. And when you're rolling to the right and you start on the left hash, could have been dangerous, could have went the other way.
First and 20. They're trying to set up the screen pass and nowhere to go there. Slow developing play. Looking for Lachlan Bresnahan. And Fox Chapel's defense has been up to the task here tonight.
Yeah, they have. That one right there, they have the screen. As a quarterback, it's kind of, as a young guy especially, there's patience. There's a type of style that you need to be able to complete the screen passes. And looked like he aborted that too quick. He had that. He had the blockers in front of him. Wish they had that one back.
Panthers backed up deep inside their own territory. Under 1 minute to go here in our opening half in a game that has been all Foxes so far. 2nd and 20. Snap to Pucka. Screen pass to Jameer Austin. Kid can run. Look at him break the tackle. Tries to reverse field. Jameer is still on his feet. Look at Austin Island picking up the first down. It's brought to you by Mr. Rooter Plumbing. Mr. Rooter Plumbing, a neighborly company. There goes Jameer.
He made guys miss in a phone booth. That was incredible. Just this little slip screen they had. I'm sure the coaches probably didn't anticipate getting a 29-yard gain on this. But look at that. Great pursuit, but he was just able to make all these guys, the defenders, miss. Now there's 30 seconds left, and it looks like Franklin Regional is going to bang a timeout here and see what they can put a drive together here to get some scoring drive.
And that's their second of the half, and they have one remaining. A special thank you to all of our great supporters for their contributions to this season's broadcast. Season 11 of AHN Friday Night Rivals, presented by Rosedale Technical College. Thank you for making these broadcasts possible. 33 seconds left in our opening half. Remember, last year, Franklin Regional defeated Fox Chapel 51-14. Talked to head coach of Fox Chapel, Dave Leisure, about that. Said, yeah, we remembered that. We remembered how it felt. A little added extra motivation going into tonight's contest.
Yeah, absolutely. And they're playing inspired. They know what was said about them this week. Going against an opponent that hung 51 on them last year. You like the way that the Foxes are coming out tonight and battling.
What do the Panthers have in store? Pucka has all day, and he has a man. It's caught. Tyrone Leonard loses the ball. Looks like he was able to jump back on top of it, but the clock continues to roll. The Panthers have to move.
Looks like they're going to clock it. Ooh.
And they do. With 14 seconds left.
Good job right there of finding his shallow cross route. I like the composure that I see from this young quarterback. I'm sure he hasn't had a lot of varsity time, but he's making confident throws. He's staying in the pocket, putting together a drive that started on his own 1 yard line. If nothing else, to feel confident of what he's putting out there for the rest of the game if Dom DeVola is not able to come back.
It's 3rd and 2 here for the Panthers from the Fox Chapel 49. Pucka again facing some heat, gets rid of it. It's caught. Going upfield is Franklin Regional's Lachlan Bresnahan. Gets near that first down stick as the clock stops at 3 seconds and rolls out. Flag on the play as well, thrown right near the 50.
I think they're going to get Franklin Regional for a hold on the edge. Look, they just let the clock run out. I don't know if they have to replay that down or not.
10-yard penalty for the previous spot. Still going to be 3rd down. Fox Chapel has elected to start the clock on the ready for play.
So they may have to reset this clock to about 2 or 3 seconds or so off the holding penalty on Franklin Regional.
So they're going to put time back on the clock. Looks like Franklin Regional, they're in formation to spike it to stop the clock. And they want to run one more play on 4th down.
If they can get it off within
should be able to
4 seconds.
Should be able to do that in 4 seconds, but I like they're leaving no bullets left in the chamber tonight. Oh.
And they do spike it with 2 seconds on the clock. And Franklin Regional will get one more play after the holding call.
He's learning on the job tonight.
You know, you got to do what you got to do. Lachlan Bresnahan able to haul in that previous pass, comes back. And now just 2 seconds left here for the Panthers, facing a 10-0 deficit.
Well, you know, I know quarterback doesn't have enough arm probably to get the ball down in the end zone. But they have some guys that can do some damage around the perimeter, so I wouldn't be surprised if I see something in the middle of the field for a catch and run. See what they can do with the ball in his hands.
Pucka gets rid of it, has Bresnahan. falls forward to the 49. Clock finally strikes 0. And that's the end of our opening half of play. Your score, Fox Chapel 10, Franklin Regional nothing. Is the RE/MAX Select Realty halftime report. We'll take a look at the top high school football plays of the week from around the country and have a word with our sponsors. Looking for your dream home? Discover more with RE/MAX Select Realty. To learn more, visit RE/MAXSelectPittsburgh.com or call 724-933-6300 today. Your dream home, a click away. With a Fox Chapel lead. On top of Franklin Regional, coming up, the RE/MAX Select Realty halftime report. That is next on 22 The Point. Welcome back here on the RE/MAX Select Realty halftime report from beautiful Murraysville. 10-0 Fox Chapel on top of Franklin Regional. Darren Zaslow, Kevin McCabe, Donnie Ray Blackwell, thanks so much for being with us. Let's take a look at our first half highlights. They're courtesy of Health Markets. Health Markets Insurance Agency, providing you protection for life. Kevin, it has been the splash play show, especially the 64-yard touchdown run from Gianni Fusaro to get the Foxes on the board first.
Yeah, great cutback right there to get out in the open space and show off his breakaway speed to cap off that scoring drive.
Getting a nice lift there, and speaking of a lift, how about a WPIAL record 57-yard field goal from Georgia commit Haran Zurikat, the #1 kicker in the nation.
I loved he was flexing afterwards too, hyping up the squad.
You know, the Foxes have been flexing on defense too. Max Maloki with the scoop and run back into Franklin Regional territory. Unfortunately for the Foxes, though, they were unable to score after this Thomas Billings catch to set up a 4th down. Look at Joey Geller churning, and at the last minute, ball comes out.
You know what? We got to credit Pushka. We were saying it wrong in the first half on that saving tackle right there to keep them out of the end zone to make it just a 10-0 lead here at half.
Speaking of splash plays, Jameer Austin, who holds 8 Division I offers for Franklin Regional, making one before the half. But that's how the first half ended, 10-0. Fox Chapel. We are proud to announce this week's Burger and Green Scholar Athletes. All nominees are entered to compete for the Burger and Green Scholar Athlete of the Year Award, which includes a $5,000 donation toward a college scholarship. First one, Cruz Lamanna from Franklin Regional. He's a member of the National Honor Society and a dual sport athlete in soccer and volleyball. And our second Burger and Green Scholar Athlete of the Week, you just heard his name called, Max Maloki from Fox Chapel High School. Max has a 4.3 GPA. He's a captain on the football team and a Carnegie Mellon commit. Burger and Green, the injury and disability lawyers. We're proud to announce a $500 check has been presented to Franklin Regional High School from our friends at AHN Sports Medicine and 22 The Point. 22 The Point is proud to bring AHN Friday Night Rivals again this year and to support high school football here in Western Pennsylvania. Just about 3 minutes until we get our second half underway. Kevin, we talked about the 2 big scoring plays. Yes, we know those. What do you think, though, the difference has been in the game? Because it looks like just at times Franklin Regional's offense a little out of rhythm.
Yeah, well, Dom Davula's injury will set you back. They had a drive going when he got injured, looking like a Franklin Regional type drive on the ground with his feet. But right now, Fox Chapel's defense really stepping up. Got to tip your hats to them.
Here's Donnie Ray Blackwell and Franklin Regional head coach Lance Getsy.
Okay, Coach, so an unexpected change happened with your quarterback in that first half. What were you telling your guys in the locker room to kind of continue to lock in with the quarterback change and come out and win this game?
It's just next man up. You know, somebody goes down, you guys stick together. Fight as a family. It's about 11 guys on the field, not just one.
Okay, and what do you all need to do to get some points on the board?
Just, we got to, finish drives. We got to continue to, hold off the different pressures that they're bringing. And we got to hit the open receivers. And I thought, we're getting there. It's just a young team, and we're just got to keep fighting.
All right, thank you so much. Good luck, Coach. Back to you, Darren.
Donnie, thank you so much as we welcome you back up into the booth here at Franklin Regional High School. Darren Zaslow, Kevin McCabe, thanks so much for being with us. Kevin, you mentioned the Franklin Regional offense out of rhythm. Safe to say Fox Chapel has brought out a renewed energy here tonight.
Yeah, especially on the defensive front. I think big emphasis tonight was stopping the run is one of the keys of the game that we talked about. Those guys up front, that front 4, front 7, the box players for Fox Chapel really stepping up tonight. They've been pushed around a lot this season, but showing their physicality tonight.
A team that entered play with 2 wins over the last 3 years. A talented senior class that we talked about, led by Max Maloki and Joey Geller, of course, for this Fox Chapel team. And this is a game that means a lot to them. A 3rd win for the Foxes, their most in 4 years.
Yeah, it means a lot to them. And, what happens from here on out the rest of the season is going to continue to set the tone. We heard a lot about what's gone on in the program. Look, they just got a youth football program started 3 years ago. that is, Darren, when we talk to any coach that wants to build a program, where does it start from? What do they always say?
So that's exactly right, from the youth level. And you're 100% right. You know, when they started this, I mean, it was kind of really fully up and running 2023. The Foxes went into summer camp with 62 kids. Last year, they went from 62 to 78 players. You are exactly right. When you create that buy-in from when you can walk, if you will, right, from the youth level, it pays big-time dividends.
Yeah, it does. And those numbers are strong. And I guess it's not just about the numbers, it's the quality of numbers, not just the quantity. And I think that, you know, not only is that going to happen through the youth program, that they're going to come up and be stronger. I'm sure the coaching is going to be in sync with the high school program, but now we're going to see probably more emphasis. I know Mike O'Brien talked about they just had a donation for the weight room, right? So they're putting all of these pieces in place to help build this program, and once you do that, then it's up to you to continue on that tradition and the level of excellence that you want.
And it takes patience. We would also like to thank our wonderful sponsors for their support of Season 11 of AHN Friday Night Rivals, presented by Rosedale Technical College. Thank you for bringing this wonderful broadcast series to you, the viewer, at home. Let's play a third quarter, shall we? Fox Chapel Franklin Regional doing battle here tonight in Murraysville. Haran Zuricat, who we have already seen boot the football off a kickoff through the uprights, back at it again. He got the Georgia scholarship by winning a kicking contest on the campus of the University of Georgia. They had 30 kickers they tried out, narrowed it down to 4, and Haran won that contest. This kid has a leg, and Kevin, he's really only been kicking for about 2 years, seriously, after moving from Shadyside, transferring to Fox Chapel 2 years ago after playing soccer.
It's like he found a lottery ticket. I got to cash this thing in. You know, this just changed the trajectory of his whole career. Right? I don't know what his ambitions were outside of kicking. I don't know if he had other aspirations, if he was a soccer player that potentially could play at the next level, but guess what? Now he's going to play at the University of Georgia.
People tonight are going to see that highlight on social media, and you're going to say a 3-letter word. Wow.
Okay. Yep. That's what came to mind. Double pass.
Right.
Double pass.
How do you like some trickeration? They were looking to get the ball to Tyrone Leonard. They want the flag. They're not going to get it. This Fox Chapel secondary, they've been tested a few times tonight.
Yeah, they were right out the gate testing their discipline, too, to see if they were connected off that double pass in the backfield. Jeb Taylor with the throw, but doing a great job of staying connected. And I'd say right there, they were both jostling for position. Didn't look like PI from up here.
So after that Dom Davola injury, Jake Pushka, the 5'10 sophomore, still at the reins of this Franklin Regional offense. They go faking to Taylor outside. This is Tyrone Leonard with space, and this kid can fly. Flag thrown behind the play. Leonard taken down inside the 25, and is it coming back again?
Yeah, it is, and it looks like it's another hold or block in the back on the perimeter from their receivers. We'll see here on replay, but that is just a backbreaker.
Will probably negate a 58-yard pickup.
See on replay, the receiver. Is it a hold?
Yes, it is.
I mean, but he's not making an attempt yet to try to fight back into the play. Man, I don't know if I totally understand that. He had his hand, Darren, on the front plate, and then he turned the DB inward, right? So you're allowed to turn him inward. He wasn't fighting to get back in where he was holding the cloth. For me, that's a tough flag to throw.
So it comes back, 2nd and 7 for the Panthers. Jet Taylor inside give. Fox Chapel has really, really been tough. That defensive line, senior laden, just tough to run through, and just not a whole lot of holes to find either.
No, they're not. I mean, you know, Franklin Regional right now not playing with a full deck. Pushka's doing a good job, but they're without Jones Lane tonight, who gives them some good pep, right? He has a different running style than Taylor. Dom Davola is a big cog in their run game, so a little less trickery from this offense.
But look at Jameer Austin off the catch and run. Jameer, Austin Island. You know you're fast when it doesn't look like you're even trying to run that hard.
No.
He can run.
The pursuit angles just disappear whenever you're trying to tackle Jameer Austin in the open space. He took that ball. He looks to cut back a lot with the ball in his hands. You can see here on the play action boot give. Jameer Austin doing a great job getting a block downfield. He's a dangerous man with the ball in his hands in open space.
It's a pickup of 24 for Austin Island. One of the best nicknames in Western Pennsylvania. I love it. Judd Taylor with the inside give, puts the shoulder down, and again, able to pick up about a couple. Fox Chapel saying, Kevin, I think we want you to beat us through the air.
Yeah, I mean, they're committing to the run game still. That's the bulk and bread and butter of Franklin Regional's offense. Fox Chapel up front, though, being strong. And I really like what I'm seeing right now from Fox Chapel's defense. Not giving up the big plays. Jameer Austin, sometimes he'll just ruin a game plan no matter what. But keeping everything in front of them, playing hard at the point of contact and being physical tonight. That's what Fox Chapel defense has done.
2nd and 8. Pushka over the middle. It's picked off. A huge defensive play for Fox Chapel. Did he hold on to it to the ground? Torin Nikowski. Oh. And they say yes.
Wow.
What a huge defensive play. Nikowski in traffic. Yeah. And it looks like he then lost it at the end of the play.
Ball came out. Oh, man.
What is a catch? They say first down Foxes.
Yeah.
Came out there at the end. Yeah, what is a catch?
Yeah, I mean, it was out. What is a catch?
And Maloki able to fall on it.
Yeah, Maloki fell on it. Pushka just, I don't know if that was a screen or if that was just a dump off, but a lot of traffic right there. I'm sure he'd like to have that one back. Fox Chapel being opportunistic, getting their hands on the ball and giving it back to this offense.
Tremendous defensive play. Puts the ball in the 39 of the Foxes. They go back to Gianni Fusaro, who already has a 64-yard touchdown run to his name tonight. He's also a member of the Fox Chapel baseball team. Panthers all over that one. Loss of 2. Whitfield Games live streamed and archived. Daily Whitfield news and photos. It's all on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. No sign up, no fees, just sports. 2nd and 12 for Fox Chapel from their 37. Just about 3 minutes gone by in our third quarter. 10-0 Foxes. What's been a good ball game so far. Pistol set here for Fox Chapel as well. Geller sends Nathan Johnson in motion off to the far side of the field. Joey Geller has all day. Gonna take off and get spun down. The Panthers, they've been getting some splash plays on defense and a TJ Watt celebration from Mason Maloli. Did you see that?
Yeah, he gave him the boot.
TJ Watt would be proud.
Young man gets up.
Look at this.
Inspire the crowd. Bring the people to their feet.
That's right. 3rd and 17.
He was practicing that this week.
I love it. Show that emotion. Show some personality. Keep it within, within the lines. I like it.
DZ, though, I know that you're all about that.
Gotta do
Let
it, man.
shine.
That's
man.
what you gotta do.
Have fun with it.
That's right. From the 32, here are the Foxes. This is a 3-receiver look for Fox Chapel. They're gonna send Thomas Billings in motion. Here's Joey Geller. Stepping up in the pocket, puts it up to the far side of the field, and it's hauled in for the Foxes. An amazing catch by Nathan Johnson, just shy of the sticks.
You know what? It looked like
Or did he drop it at the last second?
dropped it at the last second. Jameer Austin came in. I don't know if it was off the hit from Jameer Austin that he jarred it loose.
Oh, he did.
Yeah. Did a good job.
That is Austin Island, and you're right.
Great job there. I like the sprint game to move the quarterback out of the pocket through the corner route. Found a nice soft spot in the zone, but Jameer Austin just closed on it. Looked like he just gave him a strong form from the back to jar the ball loose.
Here's Haran Zuricat to punt it away here for Fox Chapel. 4th and 17. How far is this one going to go off a low snap? Into the Murraysville Knight. Bounces here along the near sideline. And Fox Chapel will take over from its 38, or Franklin Regional from its 38. They'll take over when we come back. 10-0 Foxes on 22 The Point. Welcome back. During the fourth quarter of tonight's game, we'll be highlighting the school bus stop of the game. Law in every state requires drivers to always stop for a school bus when the stop arm is out and the red lights are flashing. It's a school bus stop of the game coming up tonight in the fourth quarter. And also, big-time NFL action this weekend on Fox 53. Cowboys and Jets Sunday at 1. And Lions at Bengals Sunday at 4:25. Speaking of good ones, that's what we have here tonight. In Murraysville, 10-0 Fox Chapel on top of Franklin Regional. Last year, the Panthers defeated the Foxes 51-14, and it has been a totally different story here this evening. Fox Chapel has had an excellent run defense tonight. Are they going to get gashed for the first time? Jet Taylor with a big pickup. A first down brought to you by Gannon University in the Foxes territory.
Yeah, up until that point, he had 10 carries for 14 yards. Big one right there to finally get in the open space. Get some momentum for this Franklin Regional offense that needs to start putting it on the gas right now. They're down 10. They've shown some signs of life. But that right there with their run game, big play on 1st and 10.
Much needed as well. Dom DeVola went down in the second quarter. Franklin Regional's starting quarterback gives way to the sophomore Jake Pushka, standing at 5'10", 160 pounds. They're going to go inside once again to Jet Taylor, and he is met immediately. On the stop for Fox Chapel, Aiden Elwood, the 6'3 senior, 254-pounder as well.
Yeah,
they've got some size on that line.
Yeah, they do, and they can commit more now to the actual run game and less to the quarterback on any type of RPOs or run game stuff. So no Pushka, not the same type of threat that Dom DeVola is. So a little bit less of a threat right now in the backfield for Franklin Regional. Fox Chapel knows that. Continue to see them put bodies inside the box and basically try to make Franklin Regional throw the ball down the field to beat them.
Evan Chadwick onto the field as an H-back. Here's Jet Taylor and has nowhere to go again because this Fox's defense is for real. And so is Max Maloki. Carnegie Mellon commit entered play with 5 TFLs, 25.5 tackles. He gets another one here with a nice wrap-up.
Nice wrap-up there from Max Maloki. Also, who jumps out on film to me, am I saying this right? Ali Hussein, number 72.
Yep.
Another cog up the middle, and I believe he is a sophomore. So there's some young guys on this defense from Fox Chapel that are stepping up and making some plays tonight as well.
It's been impressive. Here's 3rd and 7. Huge play in this game. Pushka gets rid of it. Looking for Austin. Gets hit late by Geller. And no call. And that's 4th down. A little bit of a low throw as well.
Yeah, running some type of delayed screen in the middle of the field. You can see here on replay, kind of a, again, we saw this last week. The defender's leaving his feet right as the receiver still trying to make a play on the ball. Tough. I'm happy that they kept the flag in his pocket right there, because that's a tough spot to put the defender in, right? Looks like he's trying to make a play on the ball.
Especially when you're going full speed.
Yeah, he's going full speed, and he doesn't know that he's not going to make a play while he's in the air, and I don't know how you pull up at that point.
Jeremy Austin, single receiver off to the far side of the field. That's Austin Island. Pushka has all day, puts it up deep, and it's hauled in for Franklin Regional. A touchdown for the Panthers. It's Tommy Verrugio from 41 yards away.
Whoa, man, 4th down, and the light show's coming here at Franklin Regional, baby.
What do you think of the play call?
How about that? A lot of gumption right there from Pushka. I like what I see from him tonight. Staying in the pocket to deliver that strike down the middle of the field. And Tommy Verrugio doesn't have a ton of receptions on the year, but comes up with one of his biggest one at a critical moment.
A huge 41-yard pitch and catch to Verrugio, who entered play with 5 receptions on the season, gets another one there and none bigger. PAT is up. PAT is good for Luca Aguilera. The Panthers find the spark. 10-7 Foxes. Franklin Regional on the board here in the 3rd. Ten-7 Fox Chapel, 5:18 left in the 3rd. Here's Donnie Ray Blackwell. Donnie, what do you think of that light show? That was awesome from up here.
I gotta say, that was amazing seeing that up close. But did you know that Franklin Regional's head coach Lance Getsky is the head of a coaching family? He used to coach his younger brother Luke Getsky, who's with the Green Bay Packers. But he reassured us that he's not the only coach in his family anymore. He has 2 brother-in-laws who are also WPIAL coaches. BJ Pugh, who's over at West Mifflin, and Dan Bradley, who's at Elwood City. And they have sons who are coaches as well. Tyler Bradley, a former WPIAL quarterback who used to be coached under his dad, who's at IUP as a wide receiver coach, and Jacob Pugh, who's also an intern wide receiver coach at W&J. I could just imagine how family get-togethers go, because this family is fueled on football. Back to you, Darren.
Thank you so much, Donnie. Kevin, can you imagine what the Getsy Turkey Bowl was like?
Oh, man. I wonder who assumes play calling duties.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
And you can't flip a coin because you need to have, 4 different coins.
Everybody's always right.
That's right.
I know better than you. I can only imagine what that's like. It's fun. If you're into football, if you're into coaching and just being part of development with kids, like that's what it's really all about, man. And, Coach Getsy, listening to him talk about it, right? He's been a lifer. He's been involved in it. He coached his brother at Steel Valley. it's fun to have these type of families around here that give back to the community so much and that are in the game.
Yeah, you mentioned giving back to the community, Kevin. That's exactly what Franklin Regional has done with the Miracle League in Murraysville. Their football team helped them this year get the park ready for their baseball games. They volunteered. Clean up as well they're in charge of. Their kids were there every week over the off season. Coach Lance Getze did Special Olympics back in the day, volunteering for that. It's about community, and that's exactly what Lance Getze preaches.
Giving back to the community, putting things into perspective. Sports can bring so much of that in life. That's what's part of sports, not just the competition on the field, right? But it's the platform that you get to be able to make an impact in other people's lives. And that's what attracts us so much, and that's why people continue to come back, is because they know the impact that it has and that you can give for yourself and others.
So much more happens than just what's on the field during the Friday Night Lights. Inside give, Gianni Fusaro, who's broken free once tonight, gets a nice pickup there. And you can tell, Kevin, Fox Chapel wants to feature G. And it's 3rd and 6.
Yeah, I mean, a big drive for Fox Chapel right now. They just need to stay on the field and thwart this Franklin Regional offense that, quite frankly, has looked pretty good over the last few drives with Pushka here, getting more comfortable. So Fox Chapel, important for them to convert a first down, stay on the field, keep this clock moving. Haven't seen too much of Joey Geller tonight. Be surprised if they put the ball in his hands more in some type of run-pass option.
3rd down. Here's Geller faking the give, facing some heat off the edge. He's got to get rid of it. Now he reverses field. Uh-oh, here for Joey Geller. He's just got to get rid of it. Not what the Foxes wanted there on 3rd down. It brings up 4th and 6.
Good job in pass coverage there from Franklin Regional. That was one emphasis this week for Coach Getze, was shoring up that secondary. They gave a lot of gash plays in their pass defense, but with the addition of Moore, I like what I'm seeing from Jameer Austin this week. A little bit more inspired. We've watched some games. He hasn't really flashed on the screen as much, but tonight I think he's stepping up in a big way. Like I said, Matt Moore coming back. Great job right there of getting off the field here again, potentially back the ball back to this Franklin Regional offense.
Zuricat to punt it away. It's a high snap. He just gets rid of it. Bounces at the 37 of the Panthers. Takes a Fox Chapel bounce, and it will be down at the Panther 30-yard line. No return there for Jameer Austin, who has made some electric plays here tonight.
Tell you what, though, that recovery on that kick, or on that punt, may have been the biggest play of the night right there. That almost went over his head, went into the end zone.
Field flipper. Either way.
Yeah, exactly. But special teams, we always talk about it's a difference maker. It can obviously give you an advantage when you kick a 57-yarder, or, you have a botched snap, give them a free 7, take away those mistakes.
How about Jake Pushka? The Stars sophomore for Franklin Regional, 9 of 13, 143 yards, a touchdown and a pick, coming in relief in the second quarter of their injured starter, Dom Davola. So, Kevin, what do you do play-wise here? Because it has been a nice balance that we've seen with Taylor and Pushka through the air, as there is an injured Fox on the field. Looks like Aiden Elwood from up here.
Hopefully it's just a cramp. But yeah, I mean, Fox Chapel doing a good job so far to this point on their rush defense. Pushka's really made plays and helped move the ball in the pass game. Put a lot on the sophomore shoulders, and he's delivered.
Mark your calendars. Gannon University's Fall Open House is Saturday, October 18th. Meet their inspiring faculty experts, explore more than 100 academic programs, and tour their vibrant campus in downtown Erie. You'll also connect with Gannon students to hear firsthand what it's really like to be a Gannon Golden Knight. Register today, gannon.edu/open house. Good to see Aiden Elwood, the 6'3 senior, back up on his feet, able to walk off under his own power here at the 2:55 mark of the third quarter. Scoring plays here tonight, they've been few and far between. Fox Chapel's Gianni Fusaro in the first quarter, 64-yard touchdown run, followed up by a 57-yard Whippeal record field goal for Georgia commit Haran Zuricat in the second. It gave the Foxes a 10-0 lead, but in the third quarter, this quarter, that being a big touchdown pass. Pushka to Verugio from 41 yards away, got the Panthers on the board, and that's why they trail by just 3 right now. Jet Taylor had an opening, but that was a huge, huge tackle for Fox Chapel by Torin Nikowski. May have just saved either a big gain or potentially another touchdown.
Yeah,
look at
you
this.
See here on the cutback. Actually, that was design run play on the backside. But Fox Chapel getting creative with their looks on defense. They brought everybody up to the line. I mean, they were all within 3-4 yards of the ball. As Coach Lazier said, he likes to be creative on defense, try to throw different looks to confuse the offense right there. Big saving tackle.
What do you do on 3rd and 8 from your own 32? Franklin Regional, Pushka, lobbing it up to the near sideline and overshoots his intended receiver, Jet Taylor. And it brings up 4th and 8, and defense continues to rule the night.
Fox Chapel playing more of a pass defense right there in their quarters coverage, doing a good job of staying home. Sometimes when you're a young quarterback and you see a zone, a lot of bodies that are just dropping into space, it's hard to see. When you play man as a young quarterback, it's easily defined, right? So when you see a one high safety in man, your mind kind of gets simplified about where you want to go with the ball. When you're reading a zone, there's a lot of bodies in space, and that right there really threw him off.
How about a great punt here from Dominic Mascara? A beauty. Panthers will down it at the Fox Chapel 12. What a punt from Mascara, the 6'1" senior, with a dime of a punt for 58 yards. How about the kickers and punters this year? We say it every game, it feels like.
Special teams, man. Yeah, I mean, just the talent alone with them. But now at this point of the game where it starts to be every possession really is magnified right now, pushing them back inside their, inside the 15. Franklin Regional's defense has really stepped up, playing that field possession game right now. You're down 3. You like what I'm seeing from Franklin Regional's offense here? Franklin Regional's defense has really stepped up. It's going to be a good final 13 minutes and some change here, Darren.
It's been tremendous. Pistol set here for Fox Chapel. They've used that a lot here tonight. Geller fakes the give, wants to take it himself, and he's got nowhere to go. Runs into a trio of defenders. The Panthers were all over that one. Caden Farrell there, along with some other Panther teammates.
I don't know if that was a play action, RPO, but whatever it was a little slow developing. But Franklin Regional doing a good job of staying home on the edge with the force defense as well as their pursuit to back them up for a 2nd and long.
Austin Visnick also there. Couple multi-sport athletes for the Panthers. Farrell, a wrestler. Visnick, a baseball player. Using that athleticism here with under 1 minute left in the third. A loss of 3. Billings in motion for the Foxes. Another pistol look here for Fox Chapel with Joey Geller and company. Fakes the pitch. Has to get rid of it. Finds Nathan Johnson. He's got a long way to go and ends up losing yardage.
Yeah, that design screen play to try to get him off the play action fake, leaked him into the backfield. And Franklin Regional doing a great job of staying home, disciplined. You see him forcing the ball back into the middle of the field where the pursuit's coming from on the defense. Hemmed him in. Everything's fallen right for Franklin Regional.
Fox Chapel content with a 3-point lead after 3 quarters of play on a beautiful night and a packed house in Murraysville. Fox Chapel 10, Franklin Regional 7. Foxes will face 3rd and 15 from their 8 when we come back after this. Panther defense making its presence known. 10-7 Fox Chapel on top of Franklin Regional after 3. Fox is facing 3rd and 15 from their 6-yard line. Big play with Billings in motion. Geller rolling to his right. He's got to give it up. He does, deep, looking for Nathan Johnson, and it's broken up. The Panthers in the right place at the right time, led by their junior Tyrone Leonard.
Doing a good job of high pointing that ball. It's kind of a low post rebound play right there. Just tips it up. Not tonight. That secondary for Franklin Regional, Tyrone Leonard really stepping up. Man,
one-on-one.
They really stepped up. I mean, Coach talked about it. We watched film. You saw the numbers. They were getting gashed in the secondary. Not tonight.
Jameer Austin back deep for Franklin Regional, standing at the 50-yard line. And here's Haran Zuricat with perhaps the most important play thus far, with his heels on the back of the end zone. He gets it away just in time, bounces at the Fox Chapel 42 and out of bounds. And Franklin Regional going to have tremendous field position to start the 4th.
We keep talking about Jake Pushka tonight, 9 of 14 for a $148 and a touchdown. And he's really setting the pace. Jet Taylor, we saw him break off that 19-yarder in the last quarter. But Fox Chapel's run defense really stepping up. Franklin Regional has done a lot of this through the air tonight. Looks like maybe they're going to have to continue doing that if they're going to come out of here victorious.
This is a big moment here for the Panthers. 1st and 10 from the Fox Chapel 43. 11:47 to go in the game. Pushka out of the gun. Going to give it to Jet Taylor. He's been running hard tonight, Kevin.
Yeah, you see his legs churning. Even with defenders on his back, he's still falling forward. But you got to give it up for that front line of Fox Chapel, their defensive front. They're keeping their gaps sound. Linebackers, right? Thomas Billings, Max Malachi, they're doing a great job of coming downhill, making the tackles, not letting him get out and escape.
Jet Taylor has broken the century mark on the ground twice this year. He has been running hard and runs into a brick wall right there. Aiden Elwood again on the stop. How about this 3rd quarter total yardage? Franklin Regional with 100, Fox Chapel with -8. That's why the Panthers are back in the game.
Yeah, playing both sides of the ball. That 3rd quarter was huge right there. Love to see what you're getting this offensive production with this sophomore quarterback that was thrust into the game. 3rd and 7 right here. I don't know if you're in 4-down territory or not, but we'll see what Fox Chapel tries to dial up here to maybe confuse this young quarterback in a throwing situation.
3rd and 7 for Pushka. Gets rid of it to the outside and incomplete. He was looking for Bresnahan. And it brings up another decision time here for the Panthers. Do you boot it away or do you go for it?
Looks like he just rushed that right there. He was running a slant with a flat route. He had the slant coming in behind him. I don't know if he predetermined that or not, but they had the play call dialed up. Just wasn't able to execute.
Panthers want to pin Fox Chapel deep with their punter, Dominic Mascara. The senior standing at 6'1" from his 46. Mascara puts the left foot into it. It's a low angling kick towards the far sideline. It will be marked at the Fox Chapel 23. Foxes take over from there when we come back. In a 10-7 game, Fox is on top. 10-7, Fox Chapel on top of Franklin Regional. 10:20 left in this game. A defensive clash here tonight in Murraysville between a 2-4 Fox Chapel team looking for its third win of the year, which would be their most in 4 seasons. Franklin Regional 0-6, 0-3 in the Big East Conference, this being a non-conference game. Each of Franklin Regional's last 3 games, all losses, determined by just one possession, Kevin. They've been in a lot of these games recently, and they're in another tight battle tonight.
Yeah, they are. They're having to do it with their backup quarterback. Their run game really hasn't been there. They're down their second running back, too. So a lot of their hogs are down, but they're finding ways to stay in the game.
This is a big moment here for the Foxes at the 10:20 mark of this fourth quarter. There goes Fusaro. Has another hole, able to get up across the 25, just shy of the 30. A nice first down pickup. Kevin, I think that's what the Foxes have been missing, are those quality first down pickups where you stay on schedule with 3 yards or so on and so forth.
Yeah, they got a good push there, but really after those first 2 drives, Franklin Regional's rush defense has stood up. And looking at Gianni Fusaro's total tonight, 7 carries for 70 yards, 62 yards came on that touchdown run. So they've done a good job, Franklin Regional's defense had, of stopping that run game and really forcing them to be, kind of look for other ways to get offense.
They're going to go press coverage with Austin on Johnson here to the near side. And Fusaro is met immediately. Evan McManus sniffed it out from the start. A tackle in the backfield, and a big one at that.
Yeah, you can't just have an unblocked man like that standing right over your guard. Need better communication right there from Fox Chapel. Great job of being opportunistic there. But that's one that Fox Chapel is going to look at tomorrow on film, scratch their heads and say, hey, we got a guy right in the gap, right where we're trying to run.
It's a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd and 9 from the Foxes 24 with under 9 minutes to play. What do you want to do, Mr. Joe Cool? Joey Geller, the senior. Member of the baseball team. He's a pitcher and a catcher. He has an arm. Do they want to use it here? Geller over the middle. It's
ball.
batted up in the air and picked off. A huge play by Jet Taylor. Turn it on the Jets. Inside the 5. It's JT with an INT.
Tip drill. That is taught in practice. Ball goes up in the air. Pursuit of the ball. Jet Taylor making a play on defense. Joe threw that with timing, just a hair behind him. Look, he gets the ball. He knows what to do with the ball in his hands when he's running for pay dirt. He was close. We'll see if Fox Chapel now can stand up, keep them out of the end zone. What a turn of events. Looking for that turnover right here in the second half. They got it at the most important time.
A huge play on defense. Franklin Regional has had a few of them tonight, but can the Panthers cash it in with Pushka? And will they go to Jet Taylor, fittingly wearing the number 17? They go to Taylor. He turns on the Jets. He's in. A go-ahead score for Franklin Regional. Jet Taylor reaches pay dirt to give the Panthers the lead.
Only fitting that he carries it in to take the lead as we see another light show here at Franklin Regional. But a good job right there by that offensive line to get a push, a very decisive hole to run through, and finishes it off in the end zone.
Look at the job of that offensive line.
Gianni Fusaro was coming unblocked there at the edge. Couldn't make the tackle. Jet Taylor putting the team on his back right now. Defense and offense making a play when you need it.
When you need it most, you go to Jet. PAT is up. PAT is good. Tack it on the extra point. Luca Aguilera. And Franklin Regional jumps ahead 14-10. The Panthers with their first lead of the evening.
Big answer right now for Fox Chapel coming back, as we'll see the scoring summary come up. But Fox Chapel on offense, they need to find some answers. Franklin Regional's defense has really stepped up over the last I don't know, quarter and a half really have stopped. Outside of that first quarter, Fox Chapel really hasn't had much. I don't know if it's going to be through the ground, through the air, but Joey Geller, the ball is going to be in his hands to try to create some offense.
And when you think about how big that play was, the strip of Geller at the 1 changed the entire ball game.
That was huge. Pushka's pursuit on the fumble return, right, to stop the touchdown. That was huge. That's one of those plays that coaches are going to put up and say, look what happens when you play to the whistle, right? And you believe, right? That's a good teaching moment, right? Really, for anything in life. Not giving up on the play, not giving up. Looks like they're going to pound one in for the end zone. They strip it. And look, they have a 4-point lead in the fourth quarter, looking to get their first win now.
Kickoff brought to you by the Medicare Specialists of Pittsburgh. Medicare Specialists of Pittsburgh. Medicare made easy goes out of bounds. So Fox Chapel here trailing for the first time tonight by 4. This is a huge moment. And there you see Pushka getting some well-deserved love.
Looks calm and cool right there, man. First start under Friday Night Lights. Not phased.
What can you say? 8:27 to go in the fourth. 1st and 10 for Fox Chapel. Trailing for the first time this evening as well. Geller wants to get rid of it quickly. Had a man and it was broken up. Was looking for Caleb Portis, who can run. Another baseball player, but unable to hit on that slant route.
Franklin Regional bringing some pressure on 1st and 10. They had a no safety look right there. If he catches that, that's day. Looked like he had some pay dirt to run to. Great job there by, was that Austin? No, that was Jameer Austin on the coverage. Austin Island, as you say there, DZ.
That's right. They've been getting more aggressive here, Fox Chapel. Airing it out a little more. So close to hitting on that one. Here's Joey Geller stepping up, wants to take off. Down he goes. No, he's just able to get rid of it at the last moment. Nathan Johnson in the area brings up 3rd down and 10. Joe Geller, standing at 6'2", 199 pounds. Spoke too soon. He's tough to bring down.
A lot of times you see him, whether he's running with the ball or throwing it, he plays well off of contact. A lot of bodies have to bring him down. Not a traditional pocket passer in that sense. Feels a little bit more comfortable when he scrambles and breaks contain. Tries to throw the ball down the field, off platform. We'll see here on 3rd down after taking a big lick what type of play call we have here.
3 receivers set. 2 off to the near side of the formation here on the near sideline. Portis in motion. There's Geller with a nice clean pocket. Extends the play. Looks for Nathan Johnson and he couldn't haul it in. It was a great job by Geller to extend the play, and Johnson had a clean look at it, and Geller is slow to get up.
Hey, he's a warrior out there right now, taking a lot of licks. But that secondary for Franklin Regional tonight really stepping up.
Geller's slow to get up. We'll be right back. 14-10. Franklin Regional on top of Fox Chapel here on 22 The Point. 14-10, Franklin Regional on top of Fox Chapel. Darren Taslow, Kevin McCabe, Donnie Ray Blackwell, glad to have you along for what has been an entertaining, low-scoring affair. Joey Geller, Fox Chapel's quarterback, was injured on the previous play, able to walk off under his own power. He's being attended to on the Fox's sidelines as Fox Chapel faces 4th and 10. Zuri Cat to punt it away. Jameer Austin, the deep man for the Panthers. Low snap once again. Zuri Cat gets it away, and a good one. It's returnable here for Jameer Austin. He gets across the 50. Look at Jameer run inside the 40, inside the 35. Look at Jameer Austin with a man to beat, and Austin Island returns it all the way. 60 yards. Jameer with the biggest play of the game.
That's incredible. Jameer Austin, what a boot on the punt. But looking at it, you're saying to yourself, he almost outkicked the coverage. He had a lot of time to assess where the return was. You can see right here, look at all that space. And he sees the lane right here, and he walks the tightrope on the sideline. It's just that speed right there where you think that you have an angle. You're going to use the sideline to push him out. And he goes over and gives the love to the fans.
What can you say about Austin Island? A resurgence from Franklin Regional. Cue the conductor here of that train whistle. 21-10 Franklin Regional on top of Fox Chapel. Take another look. Jameer Austin. Austin Island saying the end zone is paradise.
Whoa. Right there. Man, he looks comfortable with the ball in his hands. Haven't had a lot of production offensively this year, but making his presence known on special teams right here. Yes, sir. Jameer Austin show tonight. He's really stepped up, man. Been a big-time player.
We said he holds 8 Division I offers. Cal, Purdue, Dartmouth, Ohio. Wherever he goes, you got a good one.
Yeah, he is. Man, they're just trying to get their first win tonight, too, as a team. Right? Struggling this year. Won 8 games last year, made the playoffs this year. Winless. There's some pride involved in it right now, too. He's a senior. I'm sure he's excited about the next year where he's going to go play. But you're out there with your brothers, man, trying to get the first dub and getting closer and closer.
You know, when you look at the seniors that were lost, 16 of those from last year's team. Quarterback Chase Lemke goes to play baseball at Cal U. Kyle Dupill, a workhorse out of the backfield for the Panthers. Washington and Jefferson. McAllister Bresnahan, Robert Morris, Austin Kearns, Cal U. Jake Weir, Westminster, Joey Bain, a kicker at Pitt, Andrew Davola, Michigan Tech. I mean, look how many players this team lost. How are you supposed to rebuild that in 1 year? Patience.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to happen overnight. And it starts in a slow process, but taking a big step forward here tonight.
Franklin Regional reached the 5A Whitfield quarterfinals last year. They lost 42-0. They've scored 21 unanswered. Does Max Maloki have something to say about it? He gets chopped down. A touchdown-saving tackle by Tyrone Leonard. That was big defensively for Franklin Regional.
Biggest pass play on the night for Fox Chapel, coming out in a timely manner. Catches that dig route and gets upfield. You see the space, or see the speed in space right there. Man, he looks good. He's a big target once he gets the ball going downhill. I'm curious to see what he plays at the next level. Physical guy on defense, but also runs really well, has good hands.
And a pickup of 35 for the Foxes as well. They're saying they're not done. You're in field goal range for Haran Zuri Cat as well. Just saying. Snap to Geller. Geller rolling left. Gets rid of it. Has Nathan Johnson, and he can't haul it in. He was open, and he couldn't make the catch.
A little sprint game right there to move the field. Rolling to his left. Makes a good throw on that corner route. I don't know if he was just looking to get his feet in and cautious of the sidelines before he He actually secured the catch. Unable to come down with it.
2nd and 10 for Fox Chapel from the Franklin Regional 45. 7:03 to go in the contest. Foxes need at least 3 to cut this to a 1-possession deficit and get themselves back in it. Joey Geller sends Thomas Billings in motion, whistle, and a timeout taken by Franklin Regional. 7:03 left in the game. And the Panthers are on top, Kevin, by 11, but they are in Haran Zuri Cats range just by being on this field.
I want to see it. I want to see it. That's what, 62 yards? He had the leg for it on that first kick.
When was the last time someone broke a Whippeal record and then broke their own Whippeal record in the same game?
You got me.
We'll send things down to the third member of our team, Donnie Ray Blackwell, on the sidelines.
Thanks so much, Darren. I had to run down here, so I'm a little out of breath. But building a program at this high school level is a difficult task. But Fox Chapel's head coach, Coach Laser, told me I knew what I was getting myself into when I took this job 3 years ago. With 65 years of football and only 4 or 5 playoff wins coming from this program, he knew that it wouldn't be easy. But he said the kids here are special. He really wanted to highlight this senior group who only won 2 games in the last 3 years. He said seeing them come and show up at practice and persevere through practices in the weight room, it makes you want to show up every single day, and that's what he does. So it's a special story here, Darren. Back to you.
Right about that. Nice pitch and catch. Geller to Maloki for a first down, brought to you by Mr. Reuter Plumbing. Mr. Reuter Plumbing, a neighborly company. But you're right about that, Donnie. And also helps, too, if you're Dave Lazier, when you have, your brother Michael on your coaching staff as well. They coached together at Springdale back from 2012 to 2016. I asked Dave, I said, what's it like having your brother? He says, it's awesome. And Big Bro is always right. I'm Big Bro. I was like, I love that.
Yeah, I don't give my brother that much love.
That's
on that.
right. 1st and 10 here for the Foxes from the Panther 34, under 7 minutes to go. Geller rolling right. He just wants to take off. Look at Joey Geller. After getting injured on the last drive, Kevin, he has come back into this game nice and strong.
Yeah, he's tough. You know, Coach was talking about him this week. We talked about not a natural quarterback, but when you put the ball in your most heady, tough, physical player's hands, and he's showing his toughness and fortitude tonight and trying to will his team back to a scoring drive right here to make this a game.
High snap to Geller. He's able to corral it. He picks up the first down, and a nice run for Joey Geller. Head coach Dave Lazier in his 3rd year at the helm. Kevin, listen to this, telling me that Joey Geller is tougher than a $3 steak. I love that.
I need that. Tougher than a $3 steak. Those old school, like Western PA coaches with their sayings, you could listen to him talk all day. Oh my gosh,
So
he was a
funny.
great soundbite.
You know, he got it. He's a linebacker, quarterback. He's grown so much, runs so hard. He's a great leader, great teammate. The total package, ain't that the truth?
Yeah, and Franklin Regional go into a little bit more of a softer coverage. They're giving up some gash plays, trying to keep everything in front of them, but Fox Chapel doing a great job of moving the ball down the field.
Geller breaks the tackle, extends the play. Flag comes in. Geller able to just get rid of it. And a flag thrown back near the line of scrimmage. Like we said, you got to get at least 3 out of this drive, and you got to be smart at the same time.
Yeah.
You do have to be aggressive, and that is the gray area of football.
Yeah, it is. I mean, they're in attack mode right now.
Holding. Offense number 75. 10-yard penalty. Still first down.
It's on Colin Neff.
Yeah, no, a lot of that success is coming because Fox Chapel's mindset is to attack, throwing the ball down the field. And Franklin Regional is giving you that cushion right now, and they're hitting them for some gash plays. So keeping everything in front of them, hopefully getting that, tackling the catch, forcing them to get into inside the 10-5 and then get it tight, make them, punch it in through the ground. But right now, Fox Chapel has to deal with a 1st and 20 after that hold.
Billings in motion for Geller. They get rid of it, and did Billings get hit before the pass got to him? They say no. close, could have gone either way, incomplete pass. And if you're a Panther fan, you will take that to bring up second down.
Yeah, try to throw the flat route right there. Good contested throw. Right now, they had the middle of the field. They're playing a quarters coverage. There's a lot of space to operate in the middle of the field, and they've been really successful finding dig routes, slant routes, seam routes, anything where there's that soft cushion. Those linebackers aren't dropping. Let's see what they do here on 2nd and 20.
Whistle and Franklin Regional going to take another timeout. They're second. They have one remaining with 5:37 left. The reason Franklin Regional, Kevin, in your opinion, coming back is due to what? Some big turnovers.
Big turnovers. They have 2 turnovers on the night. Timely situational turnovers to strip the ball as they were going in the end zone. They got a pick, put them down to the 1 yard line, and were able to punch it in. Playing smart football, clean football. Franklin Regional is. Young quarterbacks stepping up, making plays.
Some big-time college football action coming up as well this weekend on Fox 53 and 22 The Point. Colorado TCU tomorrow night, 7:30, over on Pittsburgh's Fox 53. And then right here on 22 The Point tomorrow at 1, Virginia Tech hosts Wake Forest in ACC play. 5:37 left, 21-10. Franklin Regional on top of Fox Chapel. 21 unanswered points, Kevin, as well for the Panthers.
Yeah, I mean, Fox Chapel looking for some offense right now. Franklin Regional's defense, too, up until this drive, they've really kept their secondary in check where they've been susceptible this year. We'll see what they do here to finish off this drive.
Here's second down. Geller retreating, gets hit, gets rid of it at the last minute. Oh. Or are they going to say that the play was ruled dead? And that is what it's going to be. Back to the 40.
If you're Joey Geller, though, you're saying it takes a village to bring me down. I want to be able to. He's fighting and scratching right there. And I know they're trying to protect him, but it's a pivotal point in this game. And if you threw that away, and he just held on to it for a hair too long, but he gets rid of it right there. He's able to avoid that additional 10 yards that they just lost now to make it 3rd and country mile.
From the 40. 3rd and 28 for the Foxes. What do you do? Geller maybe going to put it up. He is deep. Has a man. No, it's picked off by Leonard. Here comes Tyrone back the other way for Franklin Regional and gets upended. And takes a big hit in the process from Gianni Fusaro. But it's another turnover and another splash play, this time from Tyrone Leonard.
Yep, the secondary's coming to play tonight. Tyrone Leonard playing pass coverage, giving space. Geller was trying to make a jump ball play right there to his big tight end target. But able to come down with that turnover and be opportunistic again. Franklin Regional pulling all the right levers here in the second half. DZ, I'll say secretly, I was really hoping it was going to be an incomplete pass so we could see another
from 57.
From 57.
You're not the only one. No, but you also want to see, too. I mean,
it keeps
go down to the wire.
Yeah, it keeps it a one-score game.
For sure. But a great play, nonetheless, by Tyrone Leonard. A whistle and a timeout taken by the Panthers. Their final of the ball game. That's what it is. Turnovers. Special teams. The pick from Jet Taylor to set up the go-ahead touchdown run. The 60-yard punt return for a touchdown by Austin Island. And then Tyrone Leonard delivering the dagger with an INT of his own.
But they also just haven't given the game away on their part either. Played a clean special teams game, right? They've had the one turnover, but no sacks tonight, so no negative plays there. Very few penalties. I think they have, 3 penalties on the night? So, if you're Franklin Regional, you had to do all those little things to stay in the game, especially with a young quarterback He's playing well. He's managing. He's doing more than managing the game. He's made some plays, made a huge play on 4th down for a touchdown. So gotta like what you see. Now it's the Jet Taylor show here.
Running hard up past the 30, right near the 33-yard line for Jet Taylor as the clock continues to wind under 4.5 to go.
In your 4-minute offense right now. We'll see here how Pushka is able to manage this situation. Right. You want to let the clock run down. They don't huddle, so they'll be on the ball. You don't want to have your guys in stances in position too long. So call the play here with 15 seconds. They'll get the play. Let them get in position. And start your cadence with about 5 seconds to go and snap it.
Here's 2nd down, and not a whole lot of running room there. Fox Chapel able to put up that wall that has been their defensive line against Jet Taylor. Brings up 3rd down and short. Fox Chapel still with all 3 of its timeouts remaining as well on 3rd and 1.
Sure, we're going to see this ball stay on the ground to keep the clock moving in this situation. This would be a big moment right now for Franklin Regional if they're able to convert this 1st down, knowing that the defense wants to stop you. It's a battle of the wills right now.
That's exactly right.
You can see here they have 9 guys on the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 1. Taylor trying to deliver the dagger, loses the ball, falls back on top of it, so it gives life back to Fox Chapel and brings up a 4th down.
Ooh.
Close.
It was. And it looked like he tried to bounce this. Thought he had some green grass. And he did, but he just wasn't able to keep the ball secured. Lucky that it was opportunistic. And got a fortuitous bounce.
You'll take that any day of the week if you're a Franklin Regional fan, just to fall on top of that. Loss of 3 brings up 4th and 4 from the Panther 31. You would think that they will punt this away. But what does Franklin Regional and head coach Lance Getsy want to do?
They're going to punt it away, and I bet they're talking right now about the punt protection, anticipating that Fox Chapel is probably going to bring some pressure on this. So they'll bring in their flyers that they have. They typically will have 2 flyers that will line up in a receiver position to try to run down and tackle the punt returner. But now they're bringing them in for protection, as Fox Chapel's looking to obviously try to put some pressure on this punt.
Mascara to kick it away. Johnson and Fusaro back deep. Lefty kicks it away. Bounces at the Fox's 40 and out of bounds. And Fox Chapel here with 2:42 left. 2 timeouts left as well, facing an 11-point hole.
Fox Chapel found some success on the last drive, throwing the ball. Franklin Regional went to more of a prevent quarters type coverage, giving a lot of space underneath, just tackling the catch, keeping it in front of you, no big plays. They were able to cap off that last drive with an interception. We'll see if Franklin Regional is able to get some pressure with their front 3, as I'm sure they're going to be playing more pass coverage right now to try to keep them out of the end zone.
Foxes will pick up from the 39. Geller has a man. It's Nathan Johnson at the 45. Mata's pickup. Foxes have to move as well offensively.
There's a lot of tired players in the field, both these teams, especially Fox Chapel, going both ways tonight. So now this is whenever that conditioning really kicks in, when you need it, down 2 scores.
Gain of 5 for the Foxes. Low snap to Geller. He's going to roll left, looking for Billings, and he gets drilled. Talk about tackling 101, Austin Visnick right there.
Putting his helmet right in his thigh pad. Letting him feel that one. He'll need to ice that one during films tomorrow.
2-yard gain for Fox Chapel. 3rd and 3 from the 46. Under 2 minutes to go. Geller going to hand it off Not a whole lot of running room there.
He didn't get it. It's 4th and short.
Brings up 4th down on the carry is Owen Wilson.
Oh, they're moving it. That's short.
Foxes will take that. They got to move. .130 and winding. Geller gets rid of it, and it's broken up. Had Johnson, who is slow to get up, here at the 126 mark of the 4th, and he's back on his feet. That's good to see.
Yeah, it is. This is when you're emptying the tank right now. If you're Franklin Regional, you're kind of licking your chops, knowing that you can keep it in front of you. These Fox Chapel players have played a lot of football tonight, been on the field on both sides.
What do you think the math magicians, as I would call them, of football would say here, knowing that you need a field goal, you have 2 timeouts, and there's a way that they can calculate, you know what I mean, with possessions? I'm just saying.
I know what you're getting at.
What do you think?
Well, I think that the theory is,
and is it intercepted again by Leonard? What are they going to say?
Is he giving it to him? It looks like he's giving it to him.
They're going to talk about it. It was close. It could be the 2nd pick for Tyrone Leonard. And they say it's an incomplete pass. Can we get another look at that? Because, Kevin, I'm with you. I thought that he caught it from up here.
Yeah, we couldn't see if his hands were underneath the ball.
That's what's difficult from up here.
From this here, and I think the ump. I don't know if he had his head turned around. No, he wasn't even looking at it, so he's not going to make a determination on it. Yeah, I mean, he looked like if his hand, was his right hand underneath it.
That is so close.
As you go forward here, I don't know if he had that right hand underneath it to actually secure it as it hit the ground as well.
3rd and 10. Geller, incomplete. Looking for Max Maloki, Fox Chapel's leading receiver. 4th and 10 from the Foxes' 49.
Maybe I know what you're thinking. I know what
I'm
you're
not
thinking.
even saying it. Nope.
Don't you
dare.
No,
I mean right here. I mean this is the go situation, obviously, with 1:15 left.
He's fresh right now. I know that.
Man, that would be a 68-yarder.
Yeah, don't push it.
No,
don't push it.
4th and 10. This is the game. Geller back to pass. And has no one. Who's looking for Maloki. That's a stop for Franklin Regional, and the Panthers 70 seconds away from their first win of the 2025 campaign.
Franklin Regional's defense, especially that secondary, should feel really good about themselves after really having challenges for the first 5-6 weeks of the season. But they got healthy tonight with Matt Moore coming back. Jameer Austin had a big game in the special teams department. Offensively, when he touched the ball, he made magic happen. On defense, he played spirited back there, breaking up passes. Great job tonight.
This is what's up for grabs. It's the best looking trophy in Western Pennsylvania. Self-proclaimed, but who cares? The golden ball. 70 seconds away from going into the hands of the hungry Franklin Regional Panthers. In what will be a well-deserved win. Fox Chapel with 2 timeouts left. And it is a delay of game on Franklin Regional here to start their drive late in the 4th. 1:10 left. They'll back them up to their own 46.
That drives coaches crazy.
Right.
Delay of game off of a change of possession.
This is Pushka off the left side. Just trying to stay in bounds. We'll see what Fox Chapel wants to do with its 2 remaining timeouts. Max Maloki's helmet comes off, so he'll have to race off the field. 1:03. Franklin Regional 63 seconds away as they wind the clock. And the Foxes may wave the white flag here late in the fourth.
Yeah, I mean, your guys are tired. They're gassed out, and that's what Coach Lazier was talking about earlier this week with the depth, the lack thereof. They don't have enough guys really to go. They have to have guys that go both ways because they don't feel like they have not just the depth, but people that are varsity ready to step in and give meaningful time. So Franklin Regional is able to get their first victory.
Sometimes all it takes is a little magic in Murraysville. The Panthers overcome a 10-point deficit. They score the final 21 points of the game. And for the first time this year, Franklin Regional can say it's a winner on the gridiron. 21-10, the Panthers take down the Foxes of Fox Chapel. With the victory, Franklin Regional improves to 1-6 overall. Fox Chapel drops to 2-5. Coming up, it's our trophy presentation. We'll hear from the victorious Panthers coming up after this, right here on 22 The Point. Let's take a look at tonight's school bus stop of the game. Always stop for a school bus when the stop arm is out and the red lights are flashing. Not stopping or trying to beat the stop arm puts lives at risk and can result in large fines. Points on your license.
Always remember to stop when the school bus arm is out.
Sometimes you just need a big stop at the goal line. That is what Franklin Regional was able to get, stripping Joey Geller of his touchdown attempt, and the Panthers able to fall on it right at the goal line. That is your school bus stop of the game. Tonight's AHN Sports Medicine player of the game. AHN Sports Medicine takes you from sideline to stand out. Call 412 Doctors, book an appointment. Go next level with AHN Sports Medicine. Getting tonight's honor is Jet Taylor, the star running back for Franklin Regional. 23 carries, 62 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. And finally, tonight's Mawson & Mawson turning point. Mawson & Mawson, America's oldest Class 1 carrier, providing trusted transport since 1895. Jet Taylor's interception and rushing score right after the big play. We'll send things down to Donnie Ray Blackwell, who is with Franklin Regional, their head coach, victorious Lance Getze, and our player of the game presented by AHN Sports Medicine, Jet Taylor. Take it away, Donnie.
All right, here live with the Franklin Regional, and they are the winners of tonight's game. Coach, you told me earlier in pregame you would hope to see me in this circle, and you are here tonight, going home with a win. How does it feel to be here right now?
I'm just very proud of these boys overcoming all the adversity that not only tonight but all season. Keep fighting. I mean, you know, our quarterback goes down. Jay came in and did a great job, and everybody rallied around. So it's a true family effort.
Thank you so much, Coach. And we have our player of the game here. How does it feel to be our player of the game, and what do you want to say to your team for helping you get this tonight?
It feels great. It's a great change of pace, and I'm looking to it's all up from here now.
All right, congratulations to the Franklin Regional Panthers.
10, Franklin Regional takes down Fox Chapel. Kevin with 21 unanswered points.
Yeah, just looking at the stat line right now, you got to really tip your cap to both sides of the ball for Franklin Regional on defense and offense. They were down 10-0, came back and got their first victory. They should feel good about it.
All of us would like to take a moment to thank both schools, Fox Chapel and Franklin Regional, along with AHN and Rosedale Technical College, for making this game and the entire 2025 Friday Night Rivals season possible for our viewers at home. And that'll do it. Once again, your final score, Franklin Regional 21, Fox Chapel 10. For Kevin McCabe, Johnny Ray Blackwell, and the entire Sports Fever Television Network crew, I'm Darren Zaslow saying so long from Murraysville. We will see you next Friday night at 7 for a good one in the Big East Conference. Woodland Hills squares off with Gateway. You've been watching AHN Friday Night Rivals, presented by Rosedale Technical College, right here on 22 The Point, the home of the CW. Have a great weekend, Pittsburgh.